Hey everybody, it's Miss Angelo, and I'm here to show you about the strategy that we worked on today in class for success with division. This one is called partial quotients. If you know your multiplication facts, it can go fairly fast. If you are not as familiar with your multiplication facts, you can still actually be successful with the strategy. So I want to go ahead and show you how it works. We're going to start with our problem. Let me get our problem. Oops. Our problem is 2,508 divided by 4. Now, I can successfully do this problem if I know my multiplication facts or if I don't. So with partial quotients, we do I call it the house, and the dividend goes inside the house, and our divisor goes outside the house. Now, I know I'm going to try to get to, if I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking about the number 25. And what times 4 gets me closest to 25 without going over? And that's going to be 24. And obviously, since it's 4 digits, it has to be 2,400. And that's 4 times 600. That equals 2,400. Now we do our subtraction here. That gives me 108. 8 in my ones place, 0 in my tens, and 1 in my hundreds. And now I'm going to think about 10. I think about those first 2 digits. And what times 4 gets me closest to 10 without going over? That's going to be 8. And since there's 3 digits, that needs to be 80. That's 4 times 20 equals 80. That leaves me with 28. And now I think to myself, what times 4 gets me to 28? Because we're working in division with no remainders right now. So that's going to actually be 28. And that's 4 times 7, and that equals 0. And then in order to determine our quotient, we add these partial quotients. That's where it gets its name. 600 plus 20 plus 7 equals 627. Now, this is success if you know your multiplication facts. Now, there is the chance that not all of us know our multiplication facts, and that happens. And we're going to work on the same problem over here with not being as familiar with our multiplication facts. So we are going to stick with our friendly facts and multiples of our friendly facts. So that is going to be, let me push these up. That's going to be these right here. So we have our friendly facts. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2, doubles we've been learning since 2nd grade. 4 times 5, super easy, count by 5s. 4 times 10, which we should all know are 10s. Then we get into our multiples of these. So 4 times 20 is 80. 4 times 50 is 200. 4 times 100 is 400. 4 times 200 is 800. 4 times 500 is 2,000. So we're going to start here. It is inside the house. It's the same principle. The 4 goes over here. Let me erase it from here. All right. Now, I'm going to start by pulling out the biggest multiple of 4 that I have that can come out of here. So I've got 2,508. I'm going to pull out 2,000 first. I want to do the biggest chunks so I have the least amount of work. And that is 2,000. And the good thing about this is your multiplication facts are already written here, so I don't even have to really think about it. What times 4 equals 2,000? Well, that's 500. So 4 times 500. Do my subtraction, that gives me 508. So not exactly at the 108, but not too far off. Now I'm going to go through my multiples of 4, and I'm going to look for the biggest chunk I can pull out. That's going to be 4. Close, dude. Thank you. That's 400. And again, I already have my multiplication facts written. That's 4 times 100. And this is 108. So now I'm actually at the same point. It took me 2 steps to get to the second step here, but not that bad. I'm going to go with 80, just like I did here, because that's available here. And that's 4 times 20. And that equals 28. And it's 8, and then this is 10 minus 8 is 2. And now for this one, my biggest multiple I can pull out is 20. So I'm going to do 20. That's 4 times 5. That equals 8. And then I can do my 8, which is 4 times 2. So we still get to 0. And now we add up our partial quotients again. 500 plus 100 is 600, plus 20 is 620, plus 5 is 625, plus 2 is 627. We still arrive at the same answer, and we don't have to be familiar with our multiplication facts. Unfortunately, not all of us are great at our multiplication facts, but we can be successful with division. Again, I tell the students, use a strategy that you've been taught that works for you. If this does not work for them, we're not making them do this. They use whatever they need to be successful. So I hope this video helps. Thanks for watching, everybody.